Hello.
Hey, hey, hey.
We are back again.
The marriage mechanics.
Ready to tighten up some loose bolts.
All right.
In those loved ones' lives. Come on, let's get this love relationship thing flowing.
Love, and more love. Thank you again. I know we can't thank you enough for tagging, loving, liking, subscribing, and all of that to our YouTube channel. You can also reach us at Covenant for Life, Marriage Maintenance, Couples and Marriage Maintenance on Facebook. Our personal page is Charles and Sherry Gordon on Facebook. And if you want to email us, you can email us at covenant4lifeinfo@gmail.com. You can reach us in all of our social media outlets, and we are available to do retreats, workshops, seminars, in person when the pandemic is over, but virtually as well, okay?
Yeah.
We would love to be a part.
Brady Bunch thing with you guys. Square it up. Right.
Yep, on Zoom or whatever your platform is. We would love to be a part if you are interested in bringing us on to share some dialogue and info and help you take your ministry or media business, whatever it is that you're doing, to the next level.
Right.
And you need insight from the marriage mechanics. Here we are. Reach out to us. You can email us and we would gladly respond, and we would love to share with you. Okay.
Great stuff.
All right. So here we are again. We're getting ready to go into our next episode. And it is the importance of compatibility.
The importance of compatibility.
And usually we do videos.
Are you compatible for that one that you're with?
Yeah.
Or is that one you're with compatible for you?
Yes. Usually we do videos, pertaining to married life, husband and wives. We do a lot of references to husband and wives. And we hear you. We know that everybody is not married. That's why we kind of give it, but we kind of give you guys pointers that will help you as you go along, and if your relationship is leading to marriage. But this one, in particularly, is for our seriously dating and those who are venturing off into the dating world, for looking for that compatible husband or wife to be for you. So the importance of compatibility is something that we really need to take a look at, because a lot of times when we deal with ministering to couples,
right, we come in touch with a lot of people who want to know. Well, they spend a lot of time
and energy with someone,
right,
who
is not the one for them.
Yeah,
they're not the one for each other. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, they end up finding themselves down the road
all of this time going like this.
Yes,
because they did a lot of, I'm gonna say, flesh stuff
in the beginning. And not really.
And flesh stuff don't mean all the time just sex. It means all the kissy, friend, going to the movies, going to do this, going to do
a lot of going around doing a lot of stuff, but not spending time together
to know each other's aspirations and future ventures, what they want to do, what they want out of life, and where they see themselves at the end of their,
their space where they are with each other.
Right.
They're not compatible.
Right.
So with that being said, there are three things that we see that come into position for the quest for compatibility. And there are time, talk,
you must,
and togetherness.
Spending that time together.
So somebody might say, I spend time with them. We always going to the movies. We go out to eat. We going to the party.
You communicate all the time. You're communicating
but you're doing a lot of. But even with going out, they're going out doing a lot. They're spending time together, but they're not talking
together. Right.
Because in the movie,
what would you say about when you're saying, okay, well, they say, well, we're talking, but
you're not talking in the movies.
You're communicating. What's your communication when you're talking? Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but in the movies you can't talk.
Right.
You just together,
and
you're enjoying them. And after the movies, you may
talk about the movie.
Yeah, not talking about each other, and not talking about, and you're not even experiencing that type of talking that you need to
somebody
talk.
might say, well, that's getting to know each other.
That's getting to know them because you're spending time together.
Right.
But
the type of time
and where. Okay? And then when you were saying about texting and talking, and there are people that, you're spending a lot of time talking to each other on the telephone, but you're not spending time together.
Right.
So it's a it's a vice versa
and I know
type
in this
of thing.
pandemic it's kind of hard because some people have met each other
during the pandemic, but they're not coming in contact with each other because of the concern of COVID.
Physically met.
Yeah.
Because they met
on an app.
On an app or by communication with friends.
Somebody else meeting through somebody.
Right.
But it comes to a place where togetherness is one of the most important parts of finding out if someone is compatible to you. Yes, talking, yes, time and all of that is good, but spending time together with someone is the way that you will definitely be able to get to know that person. And that is, that's just summing it all up.
I was sharing with a young lady who works with me. She was saying, Mr. Charles, I stayed with a friend of mine for like 6 weeks prior to moving here. She said we were very cool, very good friends, but I can never, ever, it put a strain on our relationship. She said, but after, I moved away from her and moved into my own place with my family, we were cool. We were back, we can go hang out together, but we can't sleep under the same roof with each other without being, I can't stand her.
Wow.
I can't stand her because it was crazy. So she got different beliefs, but partying together, we can party, but we can't live together.
Right. Yeah. And there's some people that's like that. I would hear, back in the day, I would, hear some of the elders say, they're going through in their marriage. Some people, they love them, but love each other, but they can't live with each other.
Come to stay
and always like live with.
Right. Come to stay live with.
Come to stay. It isn't always like live with. And because when you get to start staying and being with people more, you find out so much more about them. That's why
visit ain't like understanding.
Yeah.
Right. So because the visit is real quick.
And listen, we tell people all the time because we want to know how, what is the secret to longevity in your relationship. I always say friendship. Be friends with somebody. Get to know someone.
I was gonna say,
take the time.
What is friendship? But knowing that person.
Yeah.
Really
knowing who they are for real, without any facades,
right.
Without any fake, phony fronts, without trying to impress the one that
hair down.
Yeah, be
the hair that you don't have.
True to
they know about it.
You really are. Be true to who you are.
They accept you for who you are, and you accept them for who they are.
Yeah, and they don't have to put on any airs to make you like them or are attracted to them. You like, if they funny and they have just a quirky personality. Like my husband has such an amazing personality, but but he is who he is. He is the same guy that I met in 6th grade and Mrs. Kathy.
Say so.
Jacob. I mean, I'm talking about your personality.
I still wouldn't say so.
Well, you wouldn't say so. I'm saying so.
But we grew together.
He is still. I'm talking about as far as the fun and comical part of you.
Still fine, still sexy, still dark skin.
Back to what I was saying, y'all. He still has the same kind of fun, loving, jovial personality. It's been like that ever since I've known.
Likewise, always been mothering and loving.
Stop.
Me. Okay, just been.
Get him.
She's always been a Sherry Berry.
Get him.
That being said,
get
to know
the
one
person.
another.
Yeah, right. It takes time. It takes time.
Time
time,
talking,
and togetherness.
and togetherness.
But it takes more time than in togetherness than any. You have to understand how important it is that you put the time in to get to know somebody.
Give us some togetherness moments. What would you say would be? People say, "Well, you say together. What do you mean?"
Well, I'm getting ready to share it with them in just a moment.
Okay.
But I'm emphasizing taking the time to get to know them, because we are in a microwave society.
Oh, yes, we are.
And we want things to happen so fast that we will be in a dating pattern. And I'm going here because I talk to a lot of young ladies because they want what Miss Sherry and Mr. Charles have. But they don't want to put in the time in order to see.
We only had an oven, a stove, so the microwaving wasn't going on.
Yeah. You got to put the time in to make sure that this is compatibility.
I understand other people too. We talk to a lot of people who are seasoned and seniors who have already been.
And they feel like time is running out.
Right. I've been married before and it didn't work. So how can I do a little jump start to where you guys...
You still got to take the time. And that's the part that people fail in.
Well, can I just go ahead and get married and I see how it work out?
No, you can. You can do that.
That's what you've done already. And it didn't. So
you can do that. I mean, nobody's stopping you from making
expensive.
that choice.
That can get very expensive.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
You can, but the thing about it is that what's the purpose of getting married to someone that you know that you're not going to spend the rest of your life with, because you haven't taken the time to even know what that person is thinking or what they believe. So that's why I say it takes time, because the first impressions are lasting, but first impressions sometimes for the majority of the population is not always the real
It's what
of
you
who
want.
that person is.
They give you what you want to see.
Exactly.
They give you what you want to see. Some people are, genuinely ratchet, but some are not. Some are really. They come across as nice. And don't get me wrong, I'm a nice guy too. But with every day comes I'm not gonna say a different Charles, but it depends on what
task you're faced, or what you're faced with, or what's on your mind, or what's going on. And that's what happens when you get to know people. You experience the whole of them, and not just this moment of them trying to impress you,
not
or you
just
impress
8
them.
o'clock to 11 o'clock, Charles.
Yeah, when we hanging out in Buckhead at the restaurant.
Just a Saturday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Charles and Sherry.
That's chilling, because we don't work all week.
We kind of got that.
No, but you catch me in the middle of work mode when I'm trying to balance a budget, and I'm trying to make sure that we have enough to accommodate this party that we just booked. And then I got a phone call that one of my loved ones is sick. And then I had someone cuss me out because something didn't happen the way they wanted. And then my child just got, in trouble. And you catch me in that all of them different environments. And then come and see if you're going to catch that same person that tried to impress you when we went on this date the other night. It's not going to happen.
I had time to get myself together and knowing how I was going to portray myself to you that those nights or that weekend or on that getaway that we planned. I already got even with those who are more mature and have already tasted and seen that they love that the sex is good. They probably say, okay, I can't go out this route with them because she loves the Lord and he loves the Lord, and they're trying to.
I hope that they're loving the Lord.
They made a commitment. I love the Lord too, but I'm gonna go ahead and call Gina out right quick because she loves the Lord like I do, and we gonna do something. We gonna go ahead and do something before I go.
I'm scared
with Susie over here for the weekend, so I can be relieved of.
My Jesus. My Jesus.
But that's how people think.
And that's a real life. This is real. We ain't cutting nothing.
It's something I've seen and I see daily.
My God.
Hear from people daily. Since I don't have to, they ain't going to want to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and get this out of my system before I go so I won't be so hard up when I go. Where I'm going at.
Oh, wow.
I can last till Monday.
That's all I can say, y'all, is ooh wee, ooh wow, oh wow. But it's real.
It's real.
And that's why it's so important that we take the time to make sure that we are compatible. And I said take the time because time will show you everything you need to know. And that way you can be able to make a decision to move forward and move it to the next level, or you can cut and disperse quickly. Okay? So we've learned about this thing in building and taking time and building to this compatibility board, what it says, board of how things are going to go if this person is that one for me. We've learned about this thing. It's called FACES. Okay? So FACES, FACES, FACES.
Mm-hmm.
So the F stands for family dynamics and backgrounds.
Okay.
So when you get to know someone, just know that all of what I just said, that family dynamics and backgrounds, it's all a part of their fiber.
All of their makeup of who they are.
So everything that their family has embedded and pushed in them, what they observed, what they saw, how to deal with relationships, how to handle confrontation, how to deal with pressure, all of
even though they didn't agree to it all the time, but
that's in them. It's in them, and
they may react in that way. Then again, they might say, "I'm not going to react that way because this is the way that my family did it, and I know that wasn't cool for me."
Yeah.
They could take
so one of the things that you can look at is that in talking to them, because you have to take the time to talk. And also spend time together. Spend time with them around their family gatherings. And then you can be able to have something to talk about when your togetherness time comes. How similar and dissimilar our families are.
Mm-hmm. And what would you do if we had a family together?
How would you handle someone else? Okay? That's F. A is attitudes and actions of a mature conscience. How do you handle stuff when things come at you that you don't like? Mm-hmm. Will you get an attitude and act like a kid?
Shut down.
Will you deal with the topic? Will you deal with the issue? Will you handle business? Will you be able to talk to someone if they said something to you that you didn't like? Mm-hmm. Will you avoid conversation and confrontation? Because that person that you have had a relationship with, or a auntie or uncle or girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend, or you run into them and you don't want to deal with, how do you handle your attitude and your maturity? How do you do that? Mm-hmm. Are you able to
move on,
make mature decisions?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your conscience, does it allow you to be able to say, I'm sorry? Okay? C is compatibility potential. What are your partner's interests? What do they like?
And something, the opposites attract. So you might like the same thing, then you may not like the same thing.
Yeah, and it's okay, right. but can we have a happy medium?
Can we?
Can we work with this?
Right.
You know?
I'm willing to give a little.
And you got to be able to take a little, vice versa.
Right.
Okay? E is examples of previous friendships or relationship patterns. Okay. This is a good one. Can you keep a friend? Or all you always finding an issue wrong with a friend? Are you always finding something wrong with somebody? We not friends no more because da 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 da.
We used to be, but I don't F with
and
them.
This.
That's how they said. That's how it be. Yeah. I don't. Oh, I F with them. I'm that with them. I don't F with them like that.
Yeah.
What you do? What you don't F with them? Oh.
That's what they say.
I don't F with them like that.
That's what they say. But in the same token, I'm constantly hearing. I can't say that.
We're moving on. Let's go to E.
we were on E. My husband done messed us up.
Okay.
But I love him anyway. Because he's telling the truth. We real. Okay? But, again, relationship patterns. We need to watch how they handle relationships. Are they constantly in and out of relationships? Are they constantly mad or in and out with their siblings and stuff? Make sure that that is not a hindrance to your relationship and compatibility. Okay. And the last one is S, and that's skills for relationships. How well can you and your partner communicate with each other? I mean, how well can you do that?
Okay.
Can you communicate?
Yes.
Can you communicate well?
And you should be able to.
Will you be able to articulate how you feel about something? Are you able to tell them how you don't like something?
Without them being offensive or mad, get offended and get mad every time.
Yeah.
All right.
I should be
They
able
should
to
know.
tell you.
That's like what just happened. My wife knows me.
Yeah,
Hey,
I do.
You all out there know me as well. but
And those of you who don't, y'all getting to know.
Right, don't take no harm.
No,
but just
it's the truth.
Right, but getting to know somebody.
You get to know them, and you know who they are, and you got to take the time to know it. And that's why we're emphasizing compatibility is important in order for you to have a lifelong, lasting relationship and marriage like my husband and I do, and how we can clown and cut up with each other and have all of the wonderful memories together. So with that being said, here's your activity.
Let's get it.
All right, so what I want each of you to do, especially those of you who are dating, starting to date and really looking at going into a serious dating and engagement. I want you to go through your pictures, and hopefully you all have family pictures. Go through all of your pictures and get pictures from each year of your life if you can, but as close as possible.
Right.
Different type of pictures. Pictures of you by yourself, pictures of you at events with your family members, pictures of you in school, whatever you have. Get those pictures.
And make them different.
And make them all
say,
different. And make sure
not
that they
just
have
all your school year pictures.
yeah,
And say that
different events in your
right.
family, in your life. Different family events. Pull those things together. You can do 2 or 3 of them if you have them. And then you sit down with your significant other and sit down and have a conversation about those pictures.
Right.
Talk about the experiences that you had. Talk about how you felt. If it's a picture of your 14th birthday party, all of your family members around you, your friends, who all were there, and
brother,
and how you
sister,
felt. How you felt about being celebrated. Right. How you felt about turning, another year, the
right.
old in
but
your.
But don't make this about a conversation about, how would I say, dogging people in your family.
No, it's not about that. It's about you sharing experiences
about who you were
and how you felt about those things. Because as you talk about how you felt and those different experiences, right. It's going to reveal to that person who you are and what you like and what you
right.
enjoy, your emotional pieces of your life, and be able to take note from that. Okay?
And you can't do it all in one night. This is some things to do every other date night.
Take time to
once
do
a
it.
month. So
Yeah, but have fun with it.
Right.
And then those who are listening, if you're on the listening end, take note. And you got to sit down and have a notepad. Just do a mental note.
Mental note.
She really likes to be celebrated. Okay. She really likes to have, this done. She really likes to be treated like this. Or
don't forget, it's for both of you to do.
Right. Well, I'm saying she because I'm a she.
Right, I understand.
I got you, but vice versa.
Right.
It goes both ways.
You all to do this.
Yep, and do that
exercise. Right.
And enjoy it, have fun with it, make it enjoyable, and take all of the mental notes that you need to take so that when it's time to move forward into the next level of your relationship, there'll be things that you'll be able to do right. for that individual because they've shared with you some of the things that really make them, feel
because
special and important.
They're going to pick out pictures that they really like.
They are.
And they're going to want to share that
right.
with you. So that's
and
a
if
good
someone
way to get to really
share
know
with
the
you,
real of someone.
If they share with you, for this right here, oh my gosh, and my auntie did so and so, and my cousin did da 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 da, and my mom, she made sure that she did da 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 da. And then at that point, like when you get ready to to set up a proposal engagement party. Some of those things that they share with you, you can take and capture some of that. Yeah. It won't have to be the same exact thing, but being that she said, oh, my mom, she gave me some beautiful, purple tulips. I love tulips. That's my favorite flower. Well, now
right.
Don't show up with no red roses.
Right.
Show up with some purple tulips.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's how you get to know people. And take that time, okay? So until next time, we want you to live, love, laugh, learn, and last. Blessings to you.
Lastings.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.